Authority. The fifth commandment. It has a significant reach, doesn't it? I mean, we live in a part of the world where we can be tempted not to trust many layers of authority. And yet we're still called, aren't we, in Romans chapter 13 to submit. We're called elsewhere to pray for those in authority over us. Another layer of authority in our lives is that of parents. And no parent is perfect. Yet they still have legitimate authority over children. But how about authority in the church? Well, this is a problem that Jude is addressing. There's a breakdown in authority. There are false teachers. There are those like the super apostles in the book of Corinthians that have crept in unnoticed. They're like hidden reefs. I used that analogy last week. You've got to be careful when you go out bodyboarding or surfing. Make sure you don't hit the reef. Well, this church, this body of believers is in danger of becoming shipwrecked on the reef of these wolves in sheep's clothing, because they ultimately are unwilling to submit to the authority of God. They're insubordinate, they're rebellious. And so the perennial problem is one that goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden, and it is an impulse in each one of our hearts, and that is to rebel. Remember what we believe and confess in the first part of the Heidelberg Catechism. We naturally hate God and our neighbor. That's a sobering reality. But this cosmic rebellion manifests itself in acts of immorality. And we get that catalog here. And so I want you to keep in mind, there's a lot of detail here, but keep this thesis at the forefront of your minds as we work through this passage. Rebellion against God manifests itself in rebellion against the structures and order that God has put in place. The focus here is church governance within the covenant community. But there's also rebellion against the way that the body has been ordered. The body is not meant for sexual immorality. The body is not meant to be used as a vessel for grumbling, for fault-finding, for being boastful, loud-mouthed. It's not meant to be used for selfish gain. Our bodies are not intended to be used as if we are unreasoning animals that act instinctively. No, this is to behave according to the whims of the devil. And so, beloved, as we consider both the law and the gospel, sin and grace here, may we be led to renewed repentance and a new obedience to Christ as we consider the one who has saved us, like the Hebrews, out of the land of Egypt, that is, out of bondage to slavery. The one who has ensured that we have passed through the gloomy darkness of judgment. He endured that in his very own flesh.